have a few Polaroids in my collection, and I love them all. I think they are a brilliant photography tool that can be utilised more than it's really spoken about. I bought a pack of Polaroid 600 film for this video. Usually you get 8 shots, which I got too, but for this video I'm only going to use 7, as my first shot of this pack of film was used when I was graduating. I graduated with a first in commercial photography. Woo! I'm using the Polaroid now for this video, but if you'd like to see any videos on the other Polaroid cameras that you have seen, let me know in the comments below. Let's go get some photos. Polaroid gives creative briefs with the pack of films that you get, and you get it once you've inserted the Polaroid slides into the camera. In this pack I got Off the Beaten Track, which is brilliant for this location. I wish I kept the previous creative briefs that I got, as I didn't actually realise how much worth they had to me for creating new ideas. I think it's a brilliant idea, and I think it's something that Polaroid should continue with. As I was walking by the riverbank, I spotted an older gentleman down by the riverbank. He was playing his guitar, walking around and singing. I really wanted a portrait of this man, but he seemed to be doing something that really meant a lot to him. So I thought it was best not to bother him, as he already seemed emotional enough. This is sometimes the trade-off with photography. Sometimes even though you really want the shot, you have to make sure you have other people's best interests in mind. And this is definitely one of those scenarios. This isn't something that I would normally shoot, but the contrast between the bare branch and the moss really caught my eye. I'm pretty pleased with the outcome. The scan doesn't really do it justice, but the colour contrast is really beautiful. This one really didn't turn out how I wanted it to. As seen in the clip, there was a lot of natural light, so I didn't use the flash. I should have used the flash. You win some, you lose some, and yeah, this one I lost. There were some beautiful sunlight pools at Shore Pride today, and I really wanted to make the most of them, because at this time of year, in the autumn, fall time, they don't really last very long. So I wanted to make sure I captured it really well.
Now that's gorgeous. Wowee!
Well, if I turn this on. There we go. I do like the colour contrast in this one, but I do wish I shot it at a slightly different angle. At the time I really liked the composition, but I'm not so sure about it now. If only in approximately a minute's time I reshoot it at a new angle. I'm sure you can hear the river behind me. I want to get a shot of it on the Polaroid now, but I'm really not sure if I should use flash or not. The lighting here is gorgeous. Over there it's slightly darker. I've got Polaroid 600 film in here, so I'm holding out hope that it turns out well. If not, at least I give it a shot. And I think I'm going to go without the flash, because I don't want a harsh reflection off the water, and I'd rather trade that for it being a little bit darker than a massive glare in the middle. So I guess you'll see it in a minute, but fingers crossed it turns out well. I've only really got one more shot left for the day that I really want to take. The image that you can't see behind me is of the brick wall and a part of like an old mining house that was here. As the image is starting to develop, I'm really not so sure on the composition, and I walked over to take a picture of the river, and I turned around just to check no one was behind and I wasn't interrupting anyone. and the composition from over this side is considerably better. So my final shot of the day is going to be trying to recompose the shot that I've already got. So I really don't have too much of an issue reshooting a shot if I think it's worth getting that shot. This is where I quite like the hybrid between the film with the Polaroid and getting them instantly, because I have feedback that I can work with straight away. Yes, I have less shots than what I do on like a 24 or 36 or on a film, but I know I can instantly change if needs be. And would you look at that? I reshot it. I'm much happier with this outcome. I like the central composition and some of the light pools that came through. The actual image in front of me is much nicer, and if I can figure out a way to get these colours digitally, you'll be able to see it on my Instagram at Grenney Creates. I went to a slightly different location for the last 3 shots. Over the last few years I've had the privilege of helping my granny put up her Christmas decorations, and I really wanted to document this. It does support the channel a lot, so if you are watching this, Granny, hello! I thought, what better piece of equipment to document this process than the Polaroid now? Polaroids aren't exactly known for their high-end quality images, but they are known for their one-of-ones, capturing those special moments in your very own print there and then. Although you've probably seen the images throughout the video, the thing is, they aren't yours, they are mine, and even if you really like the images and you might see them on Instagram, I will be the only one to have the physical copy of them. That is the same for anybody that shoots Polaroid, and it's something that I really, really like.
Oh, no. I'd be happy with that. No, me too. Well, I don't know places like
It looks gorgeous. Where would you go? I think this really encapsulates the feeling of the environment, the cosy togetherness of putting up a Christmas tree and the decorations. Something about it that I just love. This is actually one of the favourites of the day. I really do like the contradictions of the textures, the smooth textures of the hand and the rings compared to the rough texture of the tree. Yeah, I wanted the same thing. For the final shot of the pack, I was hoping for the fire to come through more in this shot, but I had to use flash, which cancelled out the light from the flames. Generally, I think this shot is interesting as there are quite a lot of layers, but it's a bit of a filler shot for me rather than a main one, not something that I would maybe share too often. Out of the 7 Polaroids that I did take, I do really like 4 of them actually, with an even split, with 2 being at Shaw Prior and 2 being at my grand's house. There is a really big stark contrast between the 4 images and why I like them, but these are images that you'll probably see on my Instagram at some point. I always find it an interesting experience shooting with Polaroid because it makes me shoot in a way that I'm not normally used to. I try to see it as more of a documentary process instead of trying to get the best image ever, which sometimes makes me make the best image. And I don't have to think about the technicalities, the settings, I just have fun whilst I'm shooting. And that's what photography should really be about at the end of the day. If I were to pick my favourite image out of all 4 of my favourites, I would say it's this one. The old mining house ruin thing on Shaw Prior. I'm not really sure as to what it is, but I really like it. If you're still here and you've really enjoyed the video, please leave a like and consider subscribing. It's free and it's only one click of a button, and as I said at the beginning of the video, If you want to see any more videos of the Polaroids that I showed at the beginning of the video, let me know down in the comments below. And most important of all, follow me on Instagram.